Demona, we're running late for the party. Are you almost ready?
In a minute. I'm just putting my face on.
I'm sure you look beautiful just the way you are.
Really?
Jalapeno!
Welcome to 5 Points of Articulation, where I review action figures and then articulate 5 points to help you decide if you want to add that figure to your collection. The 5 points I discuss are packaging, presentation, poseability, playability, and price. I'm Jason, and if you enjoy my content, please like, share, subscribe, do all the YouTube rigmarole. Today, we're taking a look at the Disney Gargoyles Ultimate Demona by Neca. Starting off the packaging, and this box is gorgeous. Similar to the Goliath one, it features Demona coming off of a rooftop. Unlike Goliath, this artwork was actually created for this packaging. Product shot on one side, product shot on the other, and a bunch of product shots on the back. Pause here if you want to read what it says. This time we get a sneak peek of the other figures coming out, and for those who want it, here's the barcode. As you can see, my box was damaged. Probably the only reason it was still on the shelf. Of course, the real magic is on the other side of the flap. Another big old product shot over here, and here we can see Demona and all the goodies that come with her. Looking at all the product shots, and it occurs to me that no action figure company is more proud of their work than Neca. For packaging, Demona definitely gets 1 whole point. Moving on to presentation, and Demona stands at 7.5 inches. There are some very interesting choices that were made here. Some of them we'll get to during playability, but for the moment I want to draw attention to the jewelry. As you can see, her earrings are actual metal hoops. She also has another one around her ankle. The hair is a lot of fun. Kinda looks like a pineapple. It's cast in a nice soft rubber. Even so, I am concerned over how it's going to affect the wings. From the top, and when I saw the promotional images, I wasn't completely sold on this head sculpt. Now that I have it in hand though and can look at it from multiple angles, I really like it. To be honest, she does kinda look like a caricature of voice actress Marina Sirtis. I also really like the blue that they cast her in. Zooming in, and we can see some subtle paint detailing that really brings out the shadows and the highlights. They also did a great job texturing and painting her clothes. It has a real burlap quality. Another thing that I really like are the proportions. Her forearms, for example. They're just long enough compared to the rest of the arm to look inhuman. And of course, the claw-like hands go without saying. Conversely, the feet are big and monstrous, and another one of those weird engineering choices. Specifically, the peg holes. You'd expect the peg hole to be somewhere here in the middle, but looking at the joint, and it's way too thin. This is honestly a pretty clever workaround, and is completely functional. But hey, as long as we're here, we might as well go over her wings. At first, I thought they were the same as Goliath's, but that's actually not the case. The stretch skin and texture is fantastic, and I absolutely love this metallic sheen. And if you're curious, she has a wingspan of 19 inches. As I feared, the hair over the wings keeps her face pointed perpetually down. Adding to her monstrous appearance are some spiky elbows and some spiky knees. Demona is one of the greatest animated villainesses, and Neca knocked it out of the park. What I particularly appreciate are the added textures and paint detail. And that's to say nothing of Demona's face sculpt, which is delightfully devilish. For presentation, I'm giving Demona 1 whole point. Moving on to poseability, and Demona has a dumbbell joint in her neck. Obviously, she's not going to be looking up. She can look down though. Great amount of tilt. And all the way around. She has swivel hinge shoulders, and this is about as high as I can raise them. They rotate just fine though. She also has bicep swivel, double jointed elbows. I feel like if I heated them up, I'd probably get a bit more range on them. She also has a swivel hinge wrist. It hinges down this far and hinges up that far. While we're on the subject of arms, wings are kinda like arms. These ones are articulated with a ratchet system which help them hold their spot. They can also hinge back. And as long as we're back here, her tail can twist, and it also has a bendy wire. Shifting to her torso, and she has a diaphragm joint very discreetly hidden under her bust. Using that joint, she can twist side to side and also get a little bit up and down. That said, the weight of the wings do tend to pull her back. And if that wasn't enough, she also has a waist swivel. Below the waist, and Demona has ball jointed hips. They can kick out this far, and there goes the tail, and they can split this far. Pretty decent amount of twist, double jointed knees, toe articulation, and ankles that hinge and pivot. For those of you counting at home, that's 31 points of articulation. Wow! I don't know if I can say she's the most articulated female figure in my collection, but she's definitely one of the best. I know a lot of collectors were hoping that the wings would be more articulated, but honestly, for the sake of the sculpt, I'd rather just have all alternate wing options. That said, the head constantly being forced downward is a bit frustrating, but if there was any character always looking down on the world, it would definitely be Demona. For Poseability, I'm giving Demona 1 whole point. Moving on to Playability, and there's a very interesting engineering choice made here as well. Instead of giving her an alternate head, they gave her an alternate face. You simply wriggle this one off and that is terrifying. I legit own a 26-volume encyclopedia of every cryptid, shadow person, haunting, and alien abduction, and there ain't nothing in these books half as freaky as this. That being said, this is pretty cool too. I really like how they did the glowing eyes, and the little wrinkles around the nose is a nice touch. Even so, the mouth kind of reminds me of Gollum. She also comes with 3 pairs of hands, including these, a pair of fists, and a pair of weapon-holding hands. That's to accommodate this big old bazooka. She can hold the bazooka like so. There's actually a hole in here that could totally accommodate a blast effect, and I really appreciate the paint detail. There's a really nice wash, some silver punched in, and even some dry brushing. They honestly could have cut some corners here, but they didn't. She also comes with this alternate blaster. Again, some really great paint detail. And if all of that wasn't enough, she also comes with the Grimoire Arcanorum. Not only is the leather detailing and painting great, but you can also open the latch and open the book. This is one of the coolest things I've ever seen accomplished in action figure form. Zooming in, and they even printed some scribbles. But playability is more than just accessories, it's also about how well your figure plays with others. First up, here she is with Goliath. This definitely highlights the challenge of displaying these figures. We already know we're getting folded wings for Goliath. Hopefully we'll get them for everybody. Otherwise, staggering the wings like this is probably going to be your best bet. For another strong female character by Neca, here she is with Ripley from Alien 3. For just a general Neca comparison, here she is with Jason Voorhees. For a McFarlane comparison, here she is with Batman from the 3 Jokers. For a winged DC comparison, here she is with Man-Bat. For a blue-skinned, red-headed femme fatale comparison, here she is with Mystique. For a more general Marina Sirtis comparison, here she is with Worf from Star Trek. Perhaps you'd care to join me for a glass of prune juice. For a relative scale comparison, here she is with Pete the Spidey and the Spectacular Spider-Man. And of course, here she is with Stealth Iron Man. I see the traitorous humans took their mace to your legs, my fellow gargoyle. We must bring vengeance down upon the humans for what they have done to our clan. Yeah, down with the humans. I am astonished by the number of accessories that come with this figure. I also really like the face swap feature. Creepypasta vibes aside, the only thing that holds her back is the limited number of other figures you can display her with, but Neca is definitely working overtime to fix that. For playability, I'm giving Demona 1 whole point. This leaves us with nothing left to discuss but the price. I found Demona at Target as part of their Haul-A-Thon display for about $35. Considering her size and everything she comes with, that is a steal. Currently, I'm seeing her go on eBay for anywhere up to $150. I totally understand the excitement for this character and also the fear of scarcity, but I also really want to encourage you to be patient and wait till you can find her at retail. Like any good woman, Demona is definitely worth waiting for. For price, I'm giving Demona 1 whole point for a grand total of 5 out of 5. If you like this video, check out one of these. Thank you so much for watching. I'll be back again real soon, but until then, play nice and have fun.